So, welcome everyone. We are going to talk about the best feudal age landmarks. Now, first of all, the first tier list I made for the landmarks were about um, landmarks comparing to other landmarks. So, here it's gonna be way different, right? Because we're gonna just compare the feudal age landmarks. Now, we're gonna start with the English. Honestly, if we are just considering the feudal age landmark and not considering the other landmarks, the Abbey of the Kings and the Council Hall at least an A tier landmark, honestly, both of them. I don't believe they are S tier in feudal. So again, this is only for the feudal age landmarks. I don't think the Abbey of the Kings and Council Hall deserve to be an S tier, and let me tell you why. A Cancielo is just a 2 archer range. I can do that with the Abbey of Kings. Beastie also showed like multiple games as well. I gonna keep so I gonna say Beastie because he's one of the best players with Marine Lord, right? But I can't see Marine Lord streaming that much, so I gonna bring him up. Uh, but not just him, myself as well. When I build an Abbey of Kings, I just build 2 archer range and that's equal to a Council Hall and that's it. Abbey of Kings, really good strong. You get a free knight unit that can also heal as well. Both is good on their same level. Do they deserve to be an S tier landmark? No, because one of them is just like a stable that can make one unit for free, and after that you have to pay for it if you lose. And you can use to heal your knights and horsemen or any other unit with the landmark or the king. The other one is that's all right. So I was thinking that I played against so many English. I played against Voldemort, Council Hall pushes, and I never ever lost against it. So I feel like are they really that good? Because people are complaining that I put Council Hall on the all landmark tier list. So I was thinking that are they so Salted guy, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you. So I was thinking, are these two landmarks really deserve to be like an S tier, A tier, and all? But like, I defeated both landmark without a single problem, right? So they don't deserve to be an S tier landmark, but they at least deserve to be an A tier landmark for a feudal landmark. Barbecue in the Sun, I think this is not a bad landmark, but it's only for map control. So if you need to consider the Council and Abbey of the Kings, both landmark makes units. Barbecue of the Sun just locks down an area of the map, right? Which is good. That's perfectly good. You can lock down 8 tiles around the landmark. Perfectly nice. But other than that, and also a text drop off for the Imperial official as well. Barbican on the Sun is being used in many cases, really good for Barbican Rush. But comparing the Abbey of the Kings and Council Hall, these two landmark can make unit and good for the feudal. This landmark will be far away from your base, and if you lose it, you lose it. You can get some villagers inside, but considering the power compared to the two other landmarks, is like meh. Now, Emperor Academy, this is a really good question. Because in my heart, this is an S tier landmark. Let me tell you why. Because you get Imperial officials out of it, and you double the taxation on your buildings, and you get insane amount of gold. So like Voldemort is the best example for the Imperial Academy with his 1TC Song Dynasty play that he can get out so much gold out of this landmark. So if I want to put the Imperial Academy, I like it's like uh okay, let me make an S plus because that's gonna be an S plus landmark as well. Let me give the row above and let's make it pink. This one is rather blue or this. Okay, so S plus because I feel like Imperial Academy is worth the S tier. That you can get Imperial official out of it, and you get insane amount of gold generation, or it's deserved. Sorry guys, but it deserves to be an S tier at least. Okay, the next one. Well, okay, I'm gonna return back to Abbasid later. So, Feudal, Dawn of the Fate, D. Tower of Victory, S. Like, Tower of Victory is easily an S landmark. The amount of attack speed you get for all of your units, but we are considering only Feudal, right? But the attack speed of your archers or the spearmen. Yesterday I was playing Delhi as well, and through the years I have like 2,000 Delhi games. And if we go back on the launch of the game, it would be like this. No joke. So at the launch of the game, Dome of the Fate would be here and Tower of Victory would be here. Now, Dome of the Fate is just like, okay, you make scholars for cheaper, but you have Tower of Victory, dude. Like, this landmark, it's not just insanely strong in Feudal because of the attack speed, but it scales insanely up to Imperial, right? Of course, you can give the attack speed only to infantry units, but that's perfectly fine. At least with the English, you need to build towers, right? Tower, tower, tower. Here, you just build a landmark, you just make your archers, you just make your spearmen, and their attack speed goes high. Oh my god, like, when you make the deadly archer with the Tower of Victory and you see the arrows flying, like, you cannot say the landmark is not at least an S tier. Okay, Golden Gate. I think it's the same power as the Barbican of the Sun, but the Kremlin has the same power as the Council and Abbey of Kings. Now you are asking why the Kremlin is in A tier and why the Barbican. Okay, I've been thinking about like S tier, honestly. Okay, let's think about it a little bit. Let's come back to this later. So let me talk about what's the difference Kremlin and the Barbican of the Sun. The Kremlin kills a unit 10 seconds faster, a man-at-arm, 10 seconds faster than the Barbican of the Sun. So the DPS between the two landmark is crazy high. You can spawn the Kremlin Gremlin in Feudal, which they are really strong. They have a lot of health. They eliminate cavalry without problem. They doesn't even cost that much, and they are still bugged. So you are asking, what is the bug? If you use the group, the Levi militia, not the one by one, but the wall of them, you basically pay the old resource. I don't know. I don't think they fixed it, but you are paying the old resource for it, which was 40 food or 30 food or something like that. So it also scales up to Imperial, and the castle and the Imperial Kremlin Gremlins are insanely strong as well. But the feudal one, I lost so many games because of them. So many games I lost because the Kremlin Gremlin. And as I said, it has like 5 times better DPS than the Barbican of the Sun, which, well, you know what I mean. Let's spend this fast. Okay. Tower Victory was bugged in so many ways, and not just bugged, but it was really bad at the same time. Okay, let's see the next one. So the Golden Gate, I think it has the same strength as the Barbican of the Sun, but I would not put Golden Gate into A tier. Like, Golden Gate just becomes so useless when the Kremlin became so OP. Coca Township, same strength as the Golden Gate and Barbican of the Sun, and Korra Storehouse, same strength as these landmarks. Even though Korra Storehouse doesn't generate, you can't make units out of it, it gives you a farm which saves you 75 wood, right? But it's not just about saving 75 wood, but you give a new farm to your villager, right? So like, let's say you put 5 villager on wood, you are making on a Brigetia, you are making horseman in feudal or samurai in feudal, or let's say you go castle. When you hit castle, you already have like a whole farm transition around this landmark, and also you can carry some villagers behind back. So at the launch of the game, this landmark was S tier. You know why? Because it had like 2 or 3 times better wood generation, you were able to garrison 8 or 10 villager. I don't remember, it was like 8 or 10 villager you can garrison inside. It was the Coruscant House was making farms faster, and when the farms were around the Coruscant House fully, it was generating wood much faster as well. But I remember when the devs told me that the Coruscant House before, so in the content creator preview, it was generating like 100 wood per minute when all the farms were around it. Now that's crazy. So I'm happy that it got nerfed. I think it's still good, better than the Coca Township, than the Coca Township being used only on hybrid maps. But oh, by the way, these are still for 1 versus 1, not for Nomad or team games. So like, this is a really good question because I'm gonna put the Coca Township in A because the Coca Township is A at least on water maps, even though it's really bad on land maps. But the same with Kura Storehouse, right? It's really bad on water maps, but really good on land maps. So I feel like the strength is the same for both of these landmark, and they're like their strength on the based map, like hybrid or land, are the same, like literally the same strength. I cannot put Coca Township into B when I put Cora Storehouse in A, and the Cora Storehouse is bad on hybrid maps. So I feel like, yeah, they deserve to be in A. Next feudal landmark, Saran Trade Network D, and I'm gonna tell you why. Monzakari A. So you are asking why I'm putting the Saran Trade Network into D. Well, it has less DPS than the Kremlin. It has, I think, less range as well than the Kremlin, or less. It's either less range than the Barbican or the Kremlin. The bonus in 1 versus 1, it doesn't matter. So, and also it's bugged at the same time, because the trader will not actually give you the amount of resource for trading. So again, this is not for team games. I don't care if you build it in team games. Monzakari is still better. So something happened with this landmark that it made really bad. Back in the day, this landmark was like S tier, no joke. How the trade was insanely good, and the landmark became insanely S tier. But they really need to rework the landmark or do something with it, because right now it's just bad. Like the Monzakori with the 75 resource per minute is just perfect. It's just perfect. You don't want to get. I'm gonna put it next to Kremlin. You don't want to get. So you know what? I'm gonna put it here next to the Emperor Academy because they do the same thing. Yeah. So this is a landmark that gives you 2 equal to villager or something like that resource per minute, non-stop gathering. So if you can't even raid a landmark, you can raid a villager, but you can't raid a landmark. So the landmark. So when you are talking about a landmark is like 2 extra villager or 2 or 1 extra villager, don't forget the landmark cannot be raided. It will always generate the amount of resource. So yeah, Saran Trade Network, because the DPS is lower, the range is lower, and it's bugged on its bonus. It's not really useful. Are placed in D. It doesn't have the same strength of the Barbican of the Sun. Barbican of the Sun has good range. It's a taxation drop off, so you can drop off tax into the Barbican of the Sun, and you can also beat it faster than the Saran Trade Network, right? So it's like meh. The Manzakari is way much stronger. Okay, next civilization is gonna be HRE Aachen Chapel. Well, I don't need to introduce you, sorry, but yeah, and HRE Minework, it deserves its own place. So HRE Aachen Chapel does need a nerf. So Edry Bird or Edry, sorry, I always ruin your name. Edry Bird were asking me in one of the video that which landmark I consider to be there. What's the bug? It doesn't give you sometimes food. That's it. So ask me which landmark need to be nerfed. But honestly, I think only the HRE Aachen Chapel. Like the HRE Minework is just a landmark that's so useless. Even if you give me the upgrades for free, I would not make it. I will not. Even if you give me the upgrades for free, I'm not gonna make it. Just the Archangel. I don't know why they buffed the Archangel. They were not nerfing this shit. They were buffing non-stop. Like back in the day, the Archangel wasn't a drop-off point. Okay, so just revert the change for the drop-off point. You know what I mean? So like remove the ability that you can drop off resources to Archangel, and now the landmark is gonna be useless. Not useless. Sorry, it's gonna be worse. That's what I meant to say. Like it goes down from S plus to at least A tier. But the HRE member will be going up to C tier if the Archangel gets nerfed. Because what people need to understand, the people why they're putting my work into F tier is because how insanely strong the Archangel. And that's the reason behind that. Okay. Silver 3, it has the same ability as the Council and Able Kings, makes traders faster and a little bit cheaper. Deer Stones, now I just gotta put it into B tier compared to Silver 3. On the next patch, we might put Deerstone maybe to S tier, but current state of the game, the Deerstone is in B tier. Okay, so we might put it later on in S tier, but right now it's just B tier. It does give you movement speed. You can move the landmark. You know what? It's C tier. No, it's not B. Because Golden Gate and Barbican Sound does way much more than a Deerstone. Okay, so that's a C tier, and CV3 is an A tier. Alright. Next Feudal landmark. Grand Winery, easily S tier. Imperial Hippodrome, easily A tier. It's the same thing as the CV3 Council Able the King. Can make units and has an insanely OPA ability, which called the Triumph. So, I was using the Triumph ability, by the way, the other day I played against Voldemort. And I got Mangudai inside the trade post. Now, let me tell you something. The Mangudai inside the trade post in H3 can have up to 12 damage per arrow. Okay, listen to me. 12 damage per arrow, okay, in H3. In H2, I don't even remember, but what you need to know that the Hippodrome Triumph ability gives you 4 damage. Now that the amount of damage you get, you basically get back the old Mangudai, because you're getting health regeneration, you get movement speed, so the Mangudai is gonna be like, meow, you know what I mean? So the speed of the knight, literally. Much like insane is like this is so stupid, sorry chat, but this is insanely stupid. Why Byzantine has the most strongest units from each civilization? The elephant is much easier to be spammed with Byzantine. The Mangudai is much stronger for the Byzantine. The French royal cannon is stronger with the Byzantine. Hui Pao, you have a unique ability for the Hui power, the fire thing that you can put fire on the ground. So like this is crazy for me that every unit that should be unique unit to the civilization is actually stronger using the Byzantine. This is actually crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, my idea was for the archetype just remove the drop off. Because back in the day, we didn't had drop-off for the Archangel, and it wasn't bad, okay? I have no idea why they buffed it, but back in the day, it wasn't bad. You had to build mills, but who the fuck cares? Like, just build a mill. Alright, next feudal age, but the Hippodrome is so good. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Grand Winery. So if you build a Grand Winery, you can make 2 batch of Lombowmen, by the way. If you don't build a Grand Winery on the berries, can you make 2 batch of Lombo? That's a good question. I don't think so you can make 2 batch of Lombo. Yeah, you can't make 2 batch of Lombo. So you can't have 10 Lombo, but only 5. So Grand Winery is way stronger with the berries. And also you can put farms around it. And you can put the relics inside. Now, I don't care even if Beastie says that relic is much better in a monastery. Fucking no. Sorry. Fucking no. I'm gonna say fucking no. The Grand Winery with the olive oil Tell me, which resource can make unit only alone? Literally nothing other than the food. Because food makes villager and scout. That's it, right? So if you put this into a monastery, you still need to pay wood. You still need to pay food or gold or etc. But if you put it into a grand winery, there's just one resource that will pay for everything you need. You need longbow to counter light infantry. You have it. You need javelin thrower to counter light infantry. And you don't want to spend food or wood or gold. You have it. You just put your three relic inside. If you go Imperial, you just can make royal cannons, which are stronger again. Stronger with the Byzantine, since you can make them. French, JD, they can make it. Because they go Red Palace. If you don't go Red Palace, you are dead. You are completely dead with French and JD. You have to go Red Palace. Other than that, you are dead. But the Byzantine can use it. And those royal cannons with the 15, it's even 200-second cooldown, yeah, but the 15 range with that amount of insane damage, because people doesn't know the bonus damage you do against buildings, the 30%, I think, it also applies to the bonus damage. So if a bombard does 100 damage and 500 against a building, that 30% goes to the 500 and the 100 separately. So do you get it now? Why I'm saying that bombard ability is really, really good? Because the bonus damage applies to the normal base damage and the bonus damage, right? So with the Grand Winery, you can make bombards even faster because you get the olive oil, much more olive oil. So I love the Grand Winery and putting the relics inside. Is it an S plus tier? No, it doesn't give you faster gathering speed. It gives you a little bit better olive oil, but it's a place next to the Emperor Academy. Next landmark, trade network. I think it's B, and Film Minaret Madrasa is at least C. So the reason behind that, because the Sultan trade network gives you 3 trader, and wait, it's at least A. It gives you 3 trader that you can use to just stay inside. You don't even need to trade, and you get 72 gold per minute. Or 75. It's either 72 or 75 gold per minute. Oh wait, wait, let me calculate in my head. I think it's 72 gold per minute, which is really, really good for 3 trader. You can put more traders inside, and the Ottoman has a vizier point that you can get 336 gold per minute if you have 10 traders inside this landmark. Why is it so good? Because the for the 10th trader will not get killed, and also if you are playing on a map where you don't have natural trade post, you can easily just put 10 traders inside and you have 336 gold per minute, which is insanely good. 336 gold per minute when you have no markets on a map, or you just want to have extra gold. That's really good. I mean, 3-minute Medasa is just a food landmark. It doesn't generate the same amount of resource as the Sultan and Trade Network. And also, you have to put 5 villagers on it. It's like, you get, let's say, 62.5 more food if you gather it with 5 villagers than gathering on sheep. So, like, you get 62.5, if I'm correct. 62.5 food, more food if you gather with 5 villager on the berry bush than the 5 villager getters on sheep. It's like, that's alright, but you're gonna have food anyway. You can put down farms. You can, like, if you have map control with the Ottoman, you can get the deers, you can get the berries, you can get the whatever you want. You don't need extra food. I don't believe so. You can also have military schools that pumping food units for you. So, like, in my eyes, that landmark is like meh, same strength as the deer stone, but the Sultanate Trade Network I think is way much stronger. Okay, let's check. Let's go to the next one, guys. Let's go to the next feudal landmark. It's gonna be OOTD Aachen Chapel and OOTD Minework. Well, OOTD Minework is at least B tier, and OOTD Aachen Chapel is at least D tier. I don't think I'm thinking, cause Minework Palace for feudal is not even B tier. I think it's C tier because there is only one unique upgrade, which is only for the Manaton. And the OOTD, yeah, this is perfect. I believe the OOTD Archangel is absolutely horrible. Maybe if it's 18%, then it goes up to B tier. But even with 15%, or don't increase the percentage, increase the range, because I think that's the bigger problem, that the range is so small. So rather than increasing the percentage, maybe increase the range of the OOTD Archangel. Yeah, so that could solve the landmark easily. OOTD Archangel in B tier, and oh sorry, F tier, and OOTD Mindware Plus in C tier, because this is only feudal again. These is our feudal landmarks. But okay, no, we're gonna put it in D tier because it's not as bad as HRE and Mindware Plus. Okay, but OOTD is really good because you get the Manatom upgrade, and that one Manatom upgrade makes them so strong in feudal that they can easily survive 1 versus 2 against Musafa the warrior. So like they are being really tanky when they are on low health. Okay, next feudal age is gonna be a Zhu Xi landmark. Well, I don't need to mention Meditation Garden S tier, and Jungnan Tower is like B tier. Most likely, it's just B tier. Like I was thinking about this because Meditation Garden sometimes like S plus tier, no joke. Like it can generate 150 resource. So this is a really good question. Because I had Meditation Garden that generated 200 resources as well. Which for a feudal, you know what? I'm gonna put the Meditation Garden in the S plus tier. Because it's very rarely that you can have less than 100 resources per minute. But even if you make like 80 or 95 resources per minute, it's still better than the Monza Quarry. So let's put Meditation Garden into an S plus tier, no joke. Does it need to be nerfed? I don't think it need to be nerfed because you build both landmark anyway. So I don't think Meditation Garden need to be nerfed anymore. But sometimes you can have like insane juicy Meditation Garden. I remember on Kawasan, I think Kawasan was the map where you have a lot of berries in the middle and African waters. I think right now on Kawasan you can have 180 food per minute. 180! Dude, this landmark generates 75 resource. So it's really map dependent. But on most of the maps, Meditation Garden is insanely strong. So let's consider other maps. Dry Arabia. You can easily have 100 resources per minute on Dry Arabia. On important resources, of course. Altai easily can have 100 resources per minute. Let's see. On Baltic, I had 125 resources per minute on this landmark. Helandale. Well, I think that's the only map where you can have only 75 resources per minute. Danube River, I had 125 resources per minute Meditation Garden. So it's really based on the map spawn and some of the maps, but the strength of the Meditation Garden is crazy good. Does it trigger on fish? It doesn't trigger on fish. It triggers only things that not alive. That's it. Giant Tower, it's good that you get a unit for, let's say, free, but it's actually not really free because you have to spend, first of all, you have to make a barrack. And you don't want to make like a Fey style base game where you make 20 barrack and 20 archer range like Fey. But building an archer range, building a barrack, and you get a unit, or building a TC and you get a villager, that's insanely good. You build like 2 extra TC and you already start with 2 extra villager out of it. That's really good. Next civilization, French. I mean, Chamber of Commerce, same strength as so same strength as like OTD Minework, Mineral Medusa, or the Deerstone. I think this is a bad landmark. I was even thinking to put it in D tier, but People gonna complain. But honestly, in my heart, this is a D tier landmark. But let's put in a C. School of Cavalry is like you save up 150 wood. You can make a knight out of it. But is it really have the strength of like Council is like 2 archer range, right? Abe King is a free unit. While School of Cavalry is just one staple and you get a little bit of bonus on production speed. I mean, for as a feudal landmark, it's not bad. So we are considering only feudal landmarks. As a feudal landmark, I think it's not bad. Better than the Chamber of Commerce for feudal. Mm. Let's put it here. Let's put it here. Why not? You can make knights out of it. Doesn't give you that much of a resource because you just save one stable, but better than the Chamber of the Commerce. Okay, next one is gonna be Abbasid. Now, I'm gonna put Abbasid landmarks to their uh, choice of age. Okay, so if you go Abbasid economic wing into feudal, S tier. If you go into military, S tier. If you go into culture, S tier. But if you go to trade wing, at least that's a B tier. Even though I mean you get 3 traders, just like with the Southern Trade Network, but the 3 trader is not safe, right? Because the Southern Trade Network you can put inside the landmark and they're gonna be safe. So yeah, that's a question mark. Economic wing you can put down 3 TC at 6 minutes. So both TC will finish at 6 minute mark if you play it really nicely. Military wing you get 4 units for free. Map control, really good against School of Cavalry and Council Hall. Abbasid Culture Wing, and also Abe of the Kings, it counters Abe of the Kings. Culture Wing, you can get to H3 or H4 really fast, right? So, like also in the research, you get the unique upgrades out of the landmarks. They all deserve to be S tier. I was even thinking the Abbasid economic wing to be S plus, because you can build farms much cheaper, right? But let's just put it for S for now. S for now, yeah. But the trade wing, it's like that's all right, but it doesn't like you need to make unit now to protect the traders. And if there's a French went with the School of Cavalry or Council Hall, it can just easily kill your traders. So you have to build um, stable or barrack insanely fast and protect those traders. Because if you lose the 3 trader, you just lost all the uniqueness to the landmark. While this one gives you even boot camp to have more health on your infantry in feudal. This one you have the option to build cheaper TC and cheaper farms, which is really good. You can fight Byzantine with cheaper farms. Fast age to H3. Yeah, honestly, in my heart, that's it. Okay, feudal, Ayyubid, Bazaar, at least C tier. Growth. Where's the feudal growth? Um, Wait, which one was that? Ayyubid feudal bazaar. Yes, I really can find the writing on the feudal things. Oh, here we go. Okay, never mind. Ayyubid feudal advancement. I'm just gonna put it here for now. Ayyubid feudal mastersmith. Ayyubid feudal reinforcement. Ayyubid feudal logistic. Ayyubid feudal industry. Ayyubid feudal growth. Ayyubid feudal advisors. I'm gonna put them to the right place. Don't worry, guys. I'm just gonna put them right here just for a minute. I need to check if all the feudal. I'll put to the top. Okay, I put all of them. So let's see. I with feudal advancement. At least that's a B tier. That's correct. Feudal bazaar. Not bad. The reinforcement is at least S tier, and the feudal growth also S tier easily. Feudal advisors. I think that's a C tier with the bazaar. I think both of them has the same strength. And you know what? I'm gonna put the feudal advancement into S tier. You know how many times it saved my life? I went to feudal with the feudal advancement when I go to water, like on Himeyama, Baltic. There are like so many maps where you can go to feudal really fast with the advancement, and that's it. So I like the Ayyubid feudal advancement. I think that's really good and strong. Same with the feudal growth and same with the feudal reinforcement. The feudal industry is like meh. The logistic is meh, and the smith are meh. So first of all, you need to spend 150 wood for a blacksmith, and after that you get the upgrades for free. So you need to invest 150 resources. Like you have to 150 wood to get the upgrades for free. Well, that's not free. So who cares about plus 1 million, plus 1 melee armor? Sorry, plus 1 melee damage and plus 1 melee armor. Well, the plus 1 range and the plus 1 ranged armor is good, but the other two landmarks is like, I'm not prioritizing that. I will feudal logistic. I mean, I don't need dervish feudal. It's not good. And the feudal industry is like 300 wood. Then what? I get 300 wood. Now I have 300 wood. Like, tell me why 3 villager and 50 extra food is not considered OP, right? It is OP, of course. But how can we consider 300 wood to be good? It just flat 300 wood. You got 300 wood, that's it. You can build a stable and archer range, you still need to get your other resources. So it's like 300 wood. Amazing. Well, I can have a free unit. I can have 3 extra villager. I can go to feudal much faster. It's like, you know what I mean? Okay, let me check if I put all the civilization, feudal, and mark into there. Okay. Yeah, I did. Okay, let me check the things here. Okay, Imperial Academy, I believe. Okay. Kremlin, American Council, School of Receiver 3, Sultan Traidenberg, Khorasan, Kokatanshin, Imperial Hippodrome. Yes. I mean, I'm considering to put Kokatanshin into B. I mean, that's alright, but yeah. Let's put the Kokatanshin into B. Sorry, but it's good only on hybrid maps in Feudal. Let's put it in A. It's so hard to decide because on hybrid maps, this is an A tier landmark, right? But on land maps, it's just a B tier landmark. Oh, this is really hard. What do you think, chat? Because on voter map, Kokoka Township is insanely strong. Oh, I dragged the Palazzo Swabia? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's put Kokoka Township into B. Okay? Because this is only good for hybrid. But I was thinking Kora Storehouse good for voter maps as well. Because you generate wood out of the landmark. The landmark generates wood. So let's put the Kokoka Township next to the Barbican. And that's it, okay? I don't go above or below. We're gonna put it in B. On hybrid maps, it's A S tier, but it doesn't generate resource. It gives you 1 unit for free, and that 1 unit is not the same cost as a king, right? The king can heal units. Yeah, let's put Coca into B, and let's see C. D-Stone, Mineral Mentor, Minework, OOTD, Chamber of Commerce, Feudal Bazaar, and Feudal Advisors. Yeah. D, Dome of the Face, Southern Trade and OOTD, Architecture, yes. And F, Minework, Ayyubid, Master Smith, and Ayyubid Feudal Logistic. Yeah, this is our perfect. Yeah. All right. So this is my feudal landmark tier list. How I consider the feudal landmarks in their strength currently in the game. For 1 versus 1, this is not for Nomad or the FFA, or team games or etc. It's only for 1 versus 1. I considered all the resource generation and how good they are through the game from early feudal, mid feudal, and late feudal. And this is the best example of how good the feudal landmarks currently in Age of Empires 4. I really like to see some buff on these landmarks at like at C tier and D tier and F tier. Don't buff the B tier, I think. Don't buff the A tier. Don't nerf the S tier. But the S plus tier, at least the Arcane Chapel, at least the HRE Arcane Chapel need to be nerfed. But thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.